Super Carbon Cub. It's got the Avi tab now, which is great. And I believe I can link that to my Navigraph account, which I'm going to do. And it takes you to a web browser. And then you sign in with your Navigraph account. And now if I, see now it automatically detects that I'm logged in. So I can close this. And when I click on airports, type in EGLC, for example, I can bring up the charts. And it's got approach, and there's even an ILS 27 for London City. So let's take off and head toward London City here. So master coming on. As you can see down here below, I've got the G1000 hardware panel going on. And there's this beautiful switch where you can switch between MFD and PFD. That is amazing. I've not seen that type of switch before in an aircraft, but the other nice thing about having just the PFD up is that you have engine monitoring and fuel monitoring over here on the left side of the PFD. So that is very handy. All right, let's go full mixture. We'll crack the throttle. Fuel is on both. Need to get a little bit of sound going on here. I am using a new version of live traffic today. I'm going to create a view of the G1000 here. So the G1000 view will be my control 5. The cockpit view will be control 4, which I may alter just slightly to be like that. Yeah. And then I'm going to get, I'll get a wing view, which is like that. And then I'll get a wing view like that. Oops. Okay, go right there. That'll be shift 7. All right, cool. All right. No avionics when the engine is off. Well, I need to be able to see the. What do you mean, no avionics when the engine's off? Oh, you mean the battery was on? What are you talking about? How you doing, AJ? Biggest problem with. Okay, yeah, I read that before. Black Sheep, how are you? All right, we're gonna quickly take off. Whoa, no ground loop. Okay, someone told me the other day that just a little bit of backstick on this plane will make things all the better. The battery shows your engine panel, but the avionics switch right.
FS Economy Auto Login.
The battery shows your engine panel, but the avionics switch right of the G1000 you turned on. Well, when I turned it on, yeah, it showed didn't it show the MFD when I first turned it on? I think it did. All right. We're going to try not to ground loop this bad boy today. Okay, we're going in there. We're going to turn on landing lights, nav lights, strobe lights. And let's quickly do a direct to here. So if I click on direct to, unfortunately it doesn't display. It's a different display here on the G1000 on the hardware panel, but I'm going to put in EGLC. No, EGLC, not K. Yeah, EGLC, London City. Boom. Okay, London City's programmed up. I'm going to set our altitude here. As you can see, this number here is going to change when I rotate this altitude knob to, we'll just change it to 22,000 for now. And then I'm going to set baro. Baro is 2982. There's 2982 set. And then the other thing, as I'm creeping forward, is, yeah, I think that's good. All right, we're going to use no flaps for takeoff. Do you use the available plugin for... Oh, that's right. I need to do an alias here. So let's click Start Flight. And if we come over here and quickly go here... Airports. There we go. We got 21 gallons. I'm going to refuel it quickly here because we're totally empty. Actually, we'll go to 28 gallons. That's fine. All right, 28 gallons. We're going to start the flight. It wants this to be Piper PA-18 Super Cub. Set the alias. Do you use the available plugin for FSE Autolog, or did you customize? I use the plugin FSE, and then I have an additional plugin that B2 has created. You can find it on my Discord. You're in a waiting room? Oh, UK Jim can't hear us. Well, hello anyway. Alright, so we're going to attempt... Let's see, the wind is 7 knots coming from this way. Alright, here we go. Gonna raise the... I'm gonna bring the tail just a little bit here. Slowly add throttle here. There's 1300. I'm using a little bit of aileron. And there we go. Hey, that little aileron trick and a little back pressure worked quite well. Oh no. I misspelled one item. Let's see if this works. X economy, open X economy, start the flight. Only 24 of 28 gallons. I do that sometimes. So keep that in mind when you're loading this this particular PA-18 Super Cub. You want to not put in more than 24 gallons. Alright, I'm going to stop the brakes here by tapping them. Tap the brakes. There we go. And get a shot coming out of here. Oh, it's gorgeous. Wow, this is cool. Yeah, it definitely saves the life a lot. Lots of money has been saved with that plugin. Okay, I'm going to trim up the aircraft a little bit. Add a little bit more power. And then I'm going to cheat. I love this part. I'm going to go autopilot, sync my heading bug, go into heading mode, and then I'm going to go vertical speed, and I'm going to climb at 300 feet per minute. And then I'm going to redo my direct to London City activate, and then I'm going to click the nav button. Boom. Plane should turn toward London City, which we're not too far from. It's a nice looking Cub. They should. Yeah, there's another paint that comes with it that is black, and I'm thinking on a hot day in the London area that the black would not look too good, or feel too good. The black, all black. It's mostly black. I do like the yellow. So the AeroSim Dev Group Cub does have an autopilot, but using the G1000 autopilot is, well, it's really nice when you have the G1000 panel, but it'll be interesting again to compare the steam gauge version of this to the AeroSim Dev Group Cub. because we know that is an awesome steam gauge cub. The updates that have come in the last week, and it's really nice to see the developer heavily updating it post-release. I love that. Just on, like I say, on the 24th, the updates that took place from the original release, they remodeled the cowling, bigger prop, tweaked paint materials, added a little dirt plus wear and tear to the exterior, added a passenger seat, added detail to the underside of the wing, AviTab integration, autopilot and trim tweaks, fixed texture bugs, animated display select switch, fixed the flap sound, door can open, improved motion of manipulators, and flyable in VR? Question mark. It says. I don't know why there's a question mark there. Hey D-Monies, how you doing? And then again, that update happened on the 24th, and then today, the 27th of July 2019, tweaked green range for oil pressure temperature, tweaked default view position, fixed throttle manipulator response, fixed battery drain, fixed for blurry lit texture with low graphics options, fixed prop spin, wrong direction on startup shutdown, fixed a GFC 508 heading bug, and also fixed the G1000 altitude sync button and some sound tweaks. So fantastic aircraft. We have 28 miles to go to London City. It looks pretty real down there. Yes, it does. For those of you that have ORBX True Earth for Great Britain and ORBX UK airports, do you go in and manually change the order in the scenery INI file, or do you use X Organizer? Because we know that all of the line items start with ORBX, right? So if you do is what I've typically done in the past is let it be sorted alphabetically. That would work great until you try to launch FTX Central, and FTX Central wants it to be the exact name that it was before. So I'm trying to figure out the best practice. Should I just use X Organizer and make sure that it loads global airports after the ORBX airports, but it also loads the ORBX overlay and the mesh orthophoto below the global airports? Yeah. You edit the INI file? Okay. Please squawk 7700 before arriving at EGLC. I can do that. I think it's supposed to be 7000 though. So we will do transponder. I'll hit the transponder. I'll do code 7000. How you doing, Brad? Transponder altitude reporting. You manually keep it in the correct order in the config. Okay, so okay. Yeah. I'm so used to just deleting the scenery file. What I do is, in the past, I just rename all of my airports to have an A in front of it, right? So they all are listed first, because we know airports, libraries, ortho, mesh, right? So if you rename all your airports to have something that goes before global airports, you're fine, especially if the mesh and the orthophoto is after the global airports. So You also make regular backup of the INI in case it gets overwritten. That's smart. And Iowa Scotsman just lets X organizer sort it out. I wish that, I guess, I love ORBX. They're amazing. The only wish list item that I want is I want it to be able to find the ORBX product. And maybe it already does this. Maybe they updated it. I just haven't looked into it. But I would love for FTX Central to be able to find the products installed regardless as if, you know, whether you renamed them or not. Because I personally love the whole delete the scenery in INI, let it rebuild alphabetically. But that's just me. This looks amazing out here. We got 23 miles to go. Brad, how was last night? How was your Saturday or Friday night? And I'm super excited you're doing trucking. Are you going to stream any trucking, Brad? Or is that just for after this is that Brad after post dark stream stuff? For the info, there was an update today for EGLC and True Earth Great Britain South and also the LIDs. Ah, I better do the update then. Friday was great. Cooked a great dinner. Trucking right now with the crew. Actually, very nice. Are you in Europe or America? So speaking of FSE, I now get to try and figure out why mine isn't working. Yes, it is sometimes a battle. Probably for after dark. There you go. Golf course. Well, I think that we would love to have a Brad M join us on a convoy one night. Full show. Puff got it. I asked because I have it installed with the True Earth files installed, and then every day my X playing fine. I use shortcuts. Okay. Yeah, I also use shortcuts. Yeah. That could be part of my problem too, is using shortcuts. Wow. This is amazing. It really just looks good. Dakoza for the win. How are you? All right, we are 20 miles out. And I am running 3J FPS. I'm getting 40 frames right now at the moment. I might go off on that to give maximum detail to the objects. 38, 30, still 38, 39. So we're off on the 3J FPS, which you guys can't see because it's behind my webcam. If I go top right there, you can see it up there. If I go bottom right, you see it right there. 3J FPS, I love the plugin. The other plugin I have is if you take this mouse, see my cursor up here ahead of the right by the prop, and you just drag the mouse over here. Look at this. Autopilot, speed, altitude, heading, comms, squawk codes, barrow, everything right there, all manipulatable. So I can adjust that. 2000, plane goes up. And that's for every plane. This is a plugin for it's a free Lua script, and you can control your autopilot from that overlay. It's been around for a long time. I never even knew about it. It's amazing. I don't remember the name of it though. I've got to look it up. Oh wait, I think it's in the disabled scripts folder by default. Yeah. Shouldn't there be some basic analog instruments in case your display dies? I think a backup, a backup something would be nice, but there's not a lot of space. So, I mean, especially if you were flying IFR, you're going to want definite backups. That looks like a horse racetrack right there. But it's a weird shape. Also, I can't tell. Maybe it can't tell what that is. Have you gotten this pup down into the woods of ORBX, Washington yet? I'm trying to remember where I took the cub originally on that first flight. I think I may have done that. Yeah, but I can't recall. So we'll go back there soon. In fact, I want to do a group flight. I didn't say the word golf course though, so you guys were premature on that one. All right, looks like we're heading into the city. Frames are still 30 frames, so that's good. Oop. I have a problem now. I can't get to the 3J FPS because this plugin's over top of it. I wonder if I can access it through here. I don't think I can. Is the Mac still being developed? I sure hope so. I heard that Southwest Airlines in the real world pulled out of Newark Airport due to their grounding of the Max, and then I think they delayed flying the Max again until 2020. There's also a rumor that they're going to rename the plane, but I don't know how legitimate that is. But how does she feel hand flying? We'll do a couple patterns once we get to London City. We're 14 miles out, so I'll land, drop off these passengers, and then we'll do... I think I'm going to update the airport because apparently there was an update made today. And then we'll take her around for some serious hand flying. I love that I can look out the window, but I can keep an eye here on my real SimGear hardware panel. I can look at the engine, fuel flow, pressure, everything. In fact, I probably should lean a little bit, make this a little bit friendlier on the engine. All right, golf course. Golf course. I think Black Sheep. I think Ricky Pro typed in the golf course emote before I said it, but I can't tell now. It's controversy. Yeah. I didn't say it though, so I think Black Sheep got it. But I'm not sure if Black Sheep got it either. Oh, you did as well? You waited until I said it? No, because I didn't say it. As soon as I said it, the emote showed up, and there's at least a 3-second delay. So I don't know who got it first. But let's try it again. Golf course. There you go. All right, we got 11 miles now. Sorry, Ricky Pro. You got to wait till I say it. Golf s'mores. All right, I'll go ahead and give it to you, Ricky Pro, since you apparently you have amazing latency. Save up those snacks too, because we're going to be giving away some fine product here in the near future. I saw the course coming up and put it in the queue. That's smart. That Google fiber wire, yeah. Well, it has to be on both sides, though. First person to say fast. That's pretty good. That actually is pretty good. Dang. Slow. Alright. We want to update London City, but we'll take a quick look at it anyway. Redo my direct to. Now the question is, how do I get it so I can just get over to the 3J FPS without this Lewis script showing up? Because now it's like blocked. Uh-oh, what just happened? Oh, oh, that's funny. My speed. I can do IAS mode in this plane. That's funny. Which King Air did you get? It's not low latency. His chat is coming from inside your house. Oh, snack. He's upstairs. I heard the Zeebo's not being developed anymore. Is the Max? Who told you the Zeebo's not being developed anymore? What kind of nonsensical information is that? That makes no sense. Alright, I'm going to change my altitude. So I'm going to rotate my hands off. There we go. Rotate my altitude button down to 1,000. And I'm going to go into vertical speed mode. Rotate my vertical speed down 300 feet per minute. I'm going to bring back to power just a tad ski. There was a thread that the Zeebo's not being developed anymore? What? A thread doesn't mean like Zeebo himself said, I'm not developing anymore. What you talking about, Willis? There was an update to the Zeebo just a few days ago. Okay, looks like we're going to fly right over the, is it the Millennium Dome? 34 frames, that's excellent. And I think I have max objects on right now. So we should do a flyby. Why do I need to be 7,700? I wanted to be 7,000. Yeah, 7,000. I'm squawking 7,000. Right? 7,000. Right there. Oh, you just want me to have an in-flight emergency, right? $2,000? Who squawks 2,000? Oh, you want the dynamic fire rescue response. Oh, okay. All right, I get you. All right. You're not even trolling. All right, here we go. Code 7,700. You're not even trolling. All right, squawking 7,700. Okay, autopilot coming off. The wind is 11 knots. So we're gonna do a left downwind. And I'm squawking emergency. That's very cool. There's those whatever you call it to control the flow of the Thames River. Should I be able to see the fire trucks yet, or when do they come out? I wonder if people do a left downwind over the river, or do they keep it a little bit tighter? I wonder. You don't join on the 45 in the UK? Oops. Oh, I think I see the fire trucks rolling down there. Yep, the fire trucks are rolling. Oh, snack. Are they going to be upset because I cried wolf? Wow. Oh, wow. They're going right out to the runway. They're right at... Oh, that's so cool. Wow. My wife squawks even when it's not an emergency. Is it freshy time, Brouhaha? Well, we aren't on the ground yet. Still might need them. No, they're there. They're waiting for us. I saw them pull up. Yeah. They come to you once you land, and I stop. And stop by here. They actually rolled to the edge of the runway. I saw them driving down the ramp, and they are holding short of the runway down there with the lights on and everything. That is so cool. When do you turn my base? All right, let's turn base. Don't disappoint them and augur it in. Yeah. Yeah, get your landing guesses in now, boys. And keep in mind there are fire trucks. I kind of wish I could adjust the prop. I'm going to land a little bit long. Just because the airport is... Oh, that's so cool. The lights coming in. How do you land a tail dragger? It's like Oshkosh. It's like add power and don't land until after the yellow dot. Oh, here comes the trucks. Oh, I was gonna simulate ground loop so they could come up to me. Are they gonna come back to me? They're leaving me. They're not coming back. You weren't kidding about the 7700. That's awesome. Oh, and see, here's the guys that pulled up to the ramp. Yeah. Now the police are coming. What does that mean? They're blocking the way in. That's a nice little feature. I'm just gonna bypass these guys. Oh, snack. They just took me out. Arrest for false report. Yeah, exactly. Airport looks fantastic. Yeah, I'm avoiding immigration. But Brexit, we haven't done the Brexit yet. Look at the ramp markings. They look fantastic. I was going to say they look phenomenal, but I'm going to start using the word fantastic. July 7th is the original Brexit. Yeah, I think the new prime minister, they have until when? It's coming up soon. Some very, very nice airport animation here. Gorgeous Aer Lingus, yeah. I don't think you see too many Piper Cubs at this airport. Just a guess, though. October 31st. Okay. I can't believe how close the pound is to the dollar right now. I guess it's time to go visit the UK. It's on sale. I honestly remember when it was 2-1. Single engine is forbidden at London City. I didn't know that. I am a rule breaker. This airport looks fantastic. It really does look fantastic. Not when you're 7,700. Yeah, you can land anywhere. That's true. That's a good point. There's the private jet center. Wonder what the landing fee is for this particular airport. The wow. So why? Wow, that's some serious equipment. Yeah, this is a brand new airport. I think it came out what, 2 days ago, or was it 3 days ago? That's some really amazing detail in the ground equipment. For some reason, the fire trucks are following me. See the fire trucks over there? They're following me around. Huh. So I'm assuming that if I go transponder code 7000, that they'll disappear. Oh yeah, sure enough, 7,000. They're pulling in. Oh, maybe not. Yep, they're going away. That is so cool. Joe will be with the subscribe.
I think 9 already. Craziness.
I'm still 7,700.
We got a subscribe.
What makes you think I'm 7,700? Are you just before I changed it, you mean? Okay, one more. Okay, I'm going to taxi down to runway 27. We're going to take off into the wind. Oh, I got to stop my plane and like stop my rental for my FS economy. I'm sitting there renting this plane.
Thank you for flying. Bye bye.
Now I need to go and rent this aircraft. Maybe I've already did. Maybe I did rent it already. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's a really cool feature. The last time I saw something similar was when I got the UFO to take off out of Albuquerque. There's an Easter egg at Short Final Designs Albuquerque where if you go to a certain location and a certain time and season, you can get a UFO to take off. And I showed that on stream one day. This kind of reminds me of the same thing. Little custom animated objects at airports based on circumstances. Even with the fire, they might just point you to another airport. That's probably. See ya. Yeah, I would say there's a little bit of difference between this and the Aerosim Dev Group's Cub, but I'm going to tell you right now, because I love flying with the G1000, I'm actually going to take this onto Pilot Edge and fly, you know, IFR, whereas I wouldn't fly IFR in the Aerosim Dev Group Cub. I would definitely do VFR. All right, we're going to taxi. Oh, don't. I don't want to. I don't want to do FS economy yet, so I'm gonna enable, disable. FS economy, toggle, enable, disable. I think it's disabled there. Yeah, I think they're gonna. Like I say, I heard a rumor that they're gonna. Maybe it's official that they're gonna release a Steam version of this. But I just absolutely love this. It's a perfect autopilot that works very well with my G1000. In fact, I'm gonna change the upper camera now to zoom in on the G1000, so you guys can kind of see that. It's disabled if you mouse over the UI and it doesn't pop up. Okay. Can you post a link to the perfect Synchro Mustang formation flight? Sure. Yep. All right. Let me. Oh. I'm used to wireless headphones. 1 second. Okay. Now we've got a close-up of the G1000. I could make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to crop that image in. How does it look on the chatting screen? All right, we'll play around with that. I wish OBS would allow you to angle. You see how this up here, the keyboard is showing right there? I'd love to be able to do a diagonal cut of that video. That would be kind of cool. Do you only have the display for the G1000? Yeah, I've got the 750, the 530, the 430, and the 1000. Yep. Like a keystone. Yeah. All right, here we go. Just going to do a couple of patterns. Hey, FPV Steve, how are you? Any no flights coming in. Hey, oh, B2, do you have any tips on how I can get the this autopilot overlay to not show up so I can access my 3J FPS? Because I can't get to my 3J FPS now. It's funny. All right, here we go. A little bit of back pressure on the throttle. Whoa. A little bit of rudder. Okay, wings are up. Oh, we got some bits. We got some bits coming in from Tiber. Okay. Stomp on the brakes. Look at the airport from this angle. Oh, is that not gorgeous? Wow. Wow. That is just fantastic. It's just Lua can always change where it exists. Fairly simple. No. But I moved 3J FPS over there just for this session. I'm just wondering, how do I get to that back there, that click spot in this session? I know that I could just disable the Lua script temporarily and then move the 3J FPS back. I was just wondering if there was a trick to getting in the same session to get one to not be active, but or be able to click through it. So I think that obviously there's not a lot of pattern work at London City, and I'm thinking if they did do pattern work, it would probably be out over the river and not near these smokestacks. The click spot may be there, but both active click spots depend. Yeah. I'm thinking I borked it until I disable it. I wish I could disable one at a time though. That would be kind of cool. All right, let's see if we can do a touch and go. I think the proper place to turn is right out there by those buildings, and then you can do a nice stable approach. I'd like to get rid of the prop animation that kind of grays everything out. I know it might ruin some people's immersion, but you know how you have a more clear view there versus over here. I could also change the time of day here. Alright, there's a good base turn point, I think. Just remove the AP1 and reload the scripts on the fly. That's true, I could do that. Good point. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. There's a good turn in. Woo! Alright. I'm going to try to land. I'm going to try to get this single digit landing rate. Hover, hover, hover. Hover, hover. Ah, it's still 40. Ah. Can a cub actually do that? What I just did? Can a carbon cub do that? Let's see how hard it is to land with a tailwind. Here we go. It can do it one time. Do Tundra tires float? Maybe. Never know till you try. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Set transponder 7700. Set transponder 7700.
Transponder is off.
Set transponder on.
Transponder is on.
Set transponder 7700.
Transponder set to 7700.
I think the fire trucks. Yep, fire trucks are coming. There they are. Can you dispatch police? Squawk 7600.
Transponder set to 7600.
Squawk 7500.
Transponder set to 7500.
I don't know if the police come out or not. Nope, don't see any police. Think it's fire only? Okay. It's a cool looking freaking airport. Let's do our FS economy run out of this. Set transponder 7000.
Transponder set to 7000.
Will those guys leave? Set transponder altitude.
Transponder is already off.
Transponder altitude. There we go. All right, let's go do our FS economy job. Great airport. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend the Cub as well. Oh, what are they doing? Where are they going? Oh, they think they can just go on the runway, eh? Oop. Okay, let's go back up here. Plugins, plugin admin, FS. Whoa. I'm gonna do that little trick here. So we're gonna do fly with Lua, stop the Lua engine, and then we're gonna go in and I'm going to go to the X-Plane resources, plugins, fly with Lua, scripts, and I'm going to temporarily disable the HUD, renaming it .John. And then I'm going to come back up here and go fly with Lua. Fly with Lua, reload all Lua scripts, click on the FlyJ FPS, put it back into the bottom left corner, and then go stop the Lua script again. Actually, I don't need the autopilot script for right now. Actually, I kind of like it. Rename that to .Lua. Okay. And then fly with Lua. Stop the Lua engine, programs, fly with Lua, reload all Lua scripts. We good to go? All right, now I'm going to come up here, FS Economy Plus, toggle enable, and let's do a flight plan here. Our flight plan is from EGLC to EGUW. So I wonder if I switch this to PFD, if you guys will see this. Flight plan? Nope, you don't see it. Okay. Alright, so flight plan. Like, as you can see down here in the upper camera up above, you see that I have right here, I got the flight plan window, but in the G1000 in the Cub, there, it doesn't show that flight plan window. So there is a slight variation there. But that's okay because I can see the hardware panel, but you guys can't. EGUW. Hit enter. There we go. Take my altitude up to 1,500 feet. And let's do this. Let's light this candle. Take off from the grass. That's what those tires are for. I could do that. Might be recipe for disaster, but maybe we'll land on a grass field instead. I'll keep the London City immersion alive a little bit longer. Plus, I need to practice taking off on asphalt to get better. You got your FSE working? Oh, awesome. I would recommend applying to Snack Air. You may not get accepted right away, but okay, I'm using back pressure on the yoke, using a little bit of rudder input here. And there we go. And FS Economy has started.
Enjoy your flight.
Tap on the brakes. Great airport. We will definitely be back. Alright, so we'll trim up and then we will hit the heading sync, autopilot, heading mode, vertical speed. Holy snack lips. Go to 300 feet per minute for a second. Then I'm going to do direct. Go into EGUW. Boom. And then hit the nav button. Nav button. Boom. There we go. I do need to do an update of the airport, though. Does anyone know what's in the update? It said 0 assignments loaded. Uh-oh. Yeah, you're right. It does. Why is that? I'm going from EGLC to EGUW. Huh. Alright, autopilot off. Go back into heading mode. Sync heading bug. Alright, 206 Station Air, thank you. The aircraft is prohibited from commercial operations until repairs have been made. Please fly to the nearest repair station. Renters are not authorized to make repairs. I guess we're going sightseeing, boys. Alright, cancel. Yep. Guess we're going sightseeing. Let's use the heading knob here. FSE fell. Yeah. Thank you, Miss Amanda, for noticing that. I certainly did not. Let's keep... Actually, we're just going to level off. I'm going to hit the altitude button here. Level off. I feel like the John Fly, the Hayes Lewis script is not in play. Because it looks a little bit hazier than normal. Let's try aircraft flight configuration, customize weather, manually configured Kavik, and let's hit apply. And then let's go developer, SkyMax Pro. Real weather connector. Looks quite a bit different, doesn't it? I broke the plane doing the aerobatic maneuvers? Probably. Probably right. Alright, is there anywhere in particular that someone wants me to go in this general area? Do we want to sightsee, or do we want to go and update the airport and go back to it? Your choices. Go to St. Louis from here? Okay. That's a good point. Can I ferry a Cub from Iceland to mainland Europe, or is that too far? Probably can't, huh? I was thinking about buying a Cub, but need to make my G1000 camera a bit smaller here. There. Probably cheaper just to buy one. Yeah, it's true. There's one for sale in Alaska. Technically, last week trucking, you said I was instant approval, but it's all good. I can't commit enough time to it. I'm glad that you remembered that. Let's see how quickly you apply. Looks pretty dang good down there. Are my objects set to max? Let's check out. Flight configuration. Sorry. Graphics. Yeah, maximum objects. Okay. 44 frames right now. It's pretty good. Need to lean a little bit. All right, one more landing at London City during the Kavik situation. Oops, little stutter there. Okay, change the altitude, vertical speed. If you don't enter on a 45 in the UK, how do you do pattern entry? Do you just do a beam and then go downwind? Or sorry, do you do yeah, how do you do it if you're not doing a 45? Do I really believe there's no wind here? I mean, the data ref says I do have wind, but Christopher Peltier, how are you doing? I think it's time to just grease this. Scotty P, how are you doing? It's pretty good view of the turn here. Square up our downwind. El Burgos, how are you? All right, autopilot off. Dive, dive, dive. Woo, dog. Where's a good place to turn base? Would it be at the water edge? Probably. Let's do a view. Tip our wing up. Yeah, probably right there. Land on that grass. You got this. I need to land on a grass field if I'm going to do that. Alright, fine. I'll land on the grass. Just after the pappies, though. But on the left side. Set transponder 7700.
Transponder is off.
Set transponder on. Set transponder on.
Transponder is on.
Set transponder 7700.
Transponder set to 7700.
I meant right. That's London left. I think I just took out the windsock.